Da 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 da! Hi everyone, here we are with another sketchbook tour. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sophie and I'm an artist based in Melbourne, and sketchbooks are my life. My sketchbook is my life. It comes with me everywhere I go. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite. I've been working on this one since February this year, February 2022, and it's now October. It's really jam-packed full of colours and scribbles and soft curvy bodies and stars and patterns and all the good things, really. I think we should just get right into the sketchbook tour, shall we? Yeah, let's do it. So the sketchbook I use is from Zeta Florence, which is a little shop in Fitzroy in Melbourne. It doesn't really have any more information but that. It's just called Notebook or something like that. Very simple, very easy. It's not necessarily made for lots of wet media, but I kind of like that. I like it when my sketchbook gets big and chunky and crunchy. You can see that I like to cover the front of my sketchbooks in stickers. So here are the stickers that I've collected during the time that I've had this sketchbook, and the artists are tagged. I think I like to cover the front of my sketchbook because it makes it feel less scary. I'll talk a little bit more about that as well in regards to the other pages. So this is my front page. Very messy, very random. I try to not put too much pressure on myself when it comes to the first page or the first couple of pages. I put lots of stickers in and do lots of scribbles and just make it really messy. I usually put my phone number there because once I did lose my sketchbook and I had my phone number in it, and some very kind person called me up, and oh my goodness, it was the biggest relief ever when I got to get my sketchbook back. So as you can see, first couple of pages, very, very scribbly, very messy, a little bit of still life, just some scribbles, just a style also that is kind of comforting, something that I know I can do well, so that the sketchbook feels good to me. You need to create the good vibes in the first few pages of your sketchbook because it sort of sets the tone, but at the same time, no, because you can change it whenever you want and change tones whenever you want. It's totally fine. But you know, sometimes if you're just not feeling a sketchbook, just let it go. Just get rid of it and start another one. It just happens. I've got a bunch of sketchbooks in my cupboard that are half done, 3/4 of the way done. Maybe there's only 3 pages that I've done. That's all right. So I'm not necessarily going to stop and talk about every page. I'm just going to ramble on about the stuff that pops into my head. I am a very unplanned person, so this chat is candid. But anyway, here you go. You can see that I love to swatch and scribble and splash color around in the background before I start drawing. I think I do it because it makes the white page seem less white. It brings a lot of color onto the paper, and also maybe it causes problems that I like to solve. I like to splash down a bunch of color and then try to make the page look nice with some more scribbles and some more drawings over the top of it, you know? This was a really fun page. I got a new really fine liner pen and I just went wild with it and had fun doing a more realistic style and portraits. You'll see some portraits coming up. Here are some en plein air paintings, and I went out with my friend Lucy to the botanical gardens and we just sat and scribbled and ate lollies and drank tea. Best day ever. I always love doing life drawings every so often. So yeah, here are some portraits. Playing with that pen that I was talking about just before. Really fine liner. It was just, I just had such a good time the next couple of pages. This is one of my favorite models I love her page. All their pieces are amazing. So I just had to draw this photo when I saw it pop up, and it just worked so well with the background paint as well. I did not plan that, but I'm just going to say that I did because it looks so good. You'll see a bunch of pages as well relating to my Patreon prints and Patreon stickers and rewards and that sort of thing. I use this sketchbook to jot down a bunch of ideas, and I also, on the back of my mini prints for the Patreon rewards, I scan in my sketchbook pages and do kind of a collage of all the sketches that brought me to the final piece. So that's on the back of the mini print that you get every month, and on the front is the final artwork. It's really fun. I love showing the background history of how the piece became. Here's a portrait of Freddie Mercury. Freddie is the love of my life. I am Freddie obsessed. If you don't know this about me, welcome to the Queen Club. I've been in love with Freddie since I was like 13 or 14 years old, most of my life. So I had to draw him, of course, using that pen. So these are just a bunch of fun little drawings that I just doodled while I was at a cafe one day. And these are some more Patreon ideas and some sticker ideas. A lot of product scribbles in here. Some of them end up turning into stuff, some of them don't. Here I had a big ink spill, but you know, I like it. I like when big messy stuff like that happens. It's fun. And here up the top left, I was trying to teach my patrons how to make little mini gifts traditionally. And here are some self-portraits with birds. I've been planning on turning these into stickers or something, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. It was around this point where I stopped this sketchbook for a few weeks and did another sketchbook. I think the video is called something like, did I fail this sketchbook challenge? And I just drew in it every day for a week, and it was a really fun challenge for myself. But it meant it took me away from this sketchbook for a few weeks, and I really missed it. So I came back to this sketchbook with a bang and just went wild with colors and swatches. That sketchbook challenge that I did taught me that I really love to make my pages messy with color and then draw on the top of them. And I've been experimenting with that ever since. You can see here on this page, it is pencil on top of paint. So it kind of has this really interesting texture, like a waxy texture. And experimenting with pencil, texter, pen, fine liner, all the different things. I definitely get onto a theme or a style and run with that for a while. I'm here in the blobby phase. Drawing blobs like this was something that I did a few years ago, and I just remembered it and I came back to it, and I just went wild drawing blobs and this curvy bodied person just being engulfed in these big, fun, almost psychedelic blobs. Really, really fun. You'll also come across a bunch of pages for my art hang times with Patreon friends. Over on Discord every week we do a little art hang, and you're more than welcome to join if you're a patron. Anyone can join in. Some self-portraits which made me laugh. They are literally photos of me. And here's a little drawing of my dog BB because she's free and lives on my couch and is the best girl ever. I was also trying out the new Neocolor 2s, which I bought myself for a gift. I haven't used them since, but I am really keen to get back on and do some discovering. This day I got my septum pierced with my brother-in-law. Very fun. Had to make sure that I remembered that forever. On this page are a bunch of swatches from some watercolors that I found in an op shop / thrift store if you're not from Australia. That was really fun, and a still life. Over here is some initial drawings for a collab that I did with Shelby Sherritt, which you need to go and watch on YouTube because it is the most adorable video I've ever seen in my life. So many giggles. Great, really great fun. I love collabing with other artists. This is a page that I drew for a Frankie magazine illustration that they commissioned from me. They asked me to draw my favorite meal, and I chose Fruit and Stuff, which was a childhood meal. Go grab the magazine if you want to have a look. It's pretty cute. On this page, I'm playing with these crayons and butts that I got for really cheap at Kmart or something like that, like $6 pack of crayons. Really fun way to just fill up sketchbook pages and scribble and play. I do like a good novelty art supply to play with. I definitely do that a lot. I got a new pen this day. I don't know if you can tell. I've quickly filled up 3 or 4 spreads. It's just like this thick fountain pen that I loved. Here I am. This is when I was in Sydney. I got a tattoo from Sophia from Hand in Hand Tattoo in Sydney. A little self-portrait of me being nervous. And here I'm celebrating 4,000 subs on YouTube, which I think I'm up to 5k now, so thank you. Hello to everyone. Here's an art hangs day that I did with my patrons over on Discord. On this page is where I started brainstorming my Collectors of Important Things series. So down in the corner there I have all my little ideas that I've written down. And from now on you'll see a bunch of sketches relating to those pieces, and I really liked working on my sketchbook from this moment on. Always in October, around the October drawing challenges, my sketchbook gets really thick and chunky and I really smash out a bunch of pages because I'm trying to come up with ideas every day. This is a plein air painting I did on site of a little park area near my house. Had a wonderful day, ate a sandwich, brought the dogs with me, and the dogs were like, "Why are we here? Can we go?" This is a page that I did while I was watching the lovely Maud of Moss Forest, aka Mel, a live stream of hers talking about portraiture and drawing portraits. So I was a bit inspired by that, and I did a self-portrait as well, which, I don't know, I think I lost the likeness a little bit, but I had fun scribbling and playing, yeah. Here's another page of my collectors series. You can see I'm trying to figure out the clovers, how to make clovers look, and the colours. And there's a mushrooms one and the shooting star lady. Just trying to figure out all the ways to draw things. This is a bit of a nothing page. I just got some new art supplies and I was trying them out. Here's another art hangs day. That was a fun one. All photos from Singapore. This page and the next page is concept art for a little book that my friend Lucy and I are working on. It's all about shooting stars and stuff like that. So I was like, I want to make it really fun and playful and kid-friendly, but also exciting to look at for anyone. So I'm just trying to figure out how to make the sky look cool, and this is what our little character looks like, we think. These are mini original sketches, trying to come up with a composition for the pieces I want to do for my mini originals, which I do once a month on Patreon, the Bluebird tier. And I stuck in a bunch of forget-me-not flowers which were drying in that page. A museum day with Mel and some mermaids. And here are some more collectors. This is the collector of butterfly kisses. I've never really drawn butterflies before, so I'm just trying to figure out how butterflies look. and some more. I had so much fun with these pages and filling them up and coming up with ideas for my collectors. Really, really fun times. A lot of them didn't get used, but I might bring them back one day. We'll see. Here's another plein painting from a field not too far. This page was just a fun page. I was out with friends. My friend Michael and Sarah both drew. I was showing them all my nice pens. So I have a fun page there to remember. And some more art hangs. These pieces were really fun and scribbly. We only had 5 minutes per drawing to do, between 5 minutes and 7 minutes I think it was. So they're very scribbly and unfinished, but I like them like that. I'm not going to touch them again. Now we're on to our last couple of pages. I actually have a video on my Patreon of me finishing the last couple of pages and talking through it. Here's a little sneak peek. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with these ones. The colours I used in this spread are my favourite, I think, of the whole sketchbook. Those like juicy oranges and pinks and yellows and the greens. I had so much fun, and I just used this funny big fat ballpoint pen that I had lying around, no brand, just is what it is, and put on a podcast and just drew. It was lovely. And there we go. I always end my sketchbook with a little positive affirmation to myself. Yeah, there we go, my sketchbook. You made it. You made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much if you made it this far. If you liked my sketchbook, if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I just also want to take this opportunity to do a great big thank you to my patrons. Without my soft little sunbeam machines, I wouldn't be able to be an artist full time. Seriously, I love our community that we've built over there. It's just my favorite. And before we end the video, here's a sneak peek of my new sketchbook, which I have already started. So I'm going to show you a bunch of tips and tricks on how to start a new sketchbook, or how I like to start new sketchbooks. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. So if you are a lover of sketchbook tours, I recommend you stick around and watch my past sketchbook tours here. Okay, have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.